Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave birth to time and space. Once there was an explosion. A bang which set a planet spinning in that space. Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion.
Okay.
That was a very short chapter.
Yeah.
Well, you certainly caught me with my pants down. Glad you could make it, Sam. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to alarm you, but I am what I am. Ah, please lay her down there. Still no sign of them.
You know your heart stops beating.
It stops every 21 minutes. I spend 3 minutes on the beach, and then return. 60 deaths and 60 resurrections per day.
Oh,
Herre.
60 opportunities to search the beach for my departed family. This is how I live. This is my life. So, while you've traveled to and from the sea an impressive number of times, my beach count is a little higher. 218,549.
Okay. Well, that's kind of fucked up.
poor bastard.
I see myself in that crater. My wife and my child. It's like looking at the shape of my heart. The doctors called it myocardial cordiphomia. Mine is an especially unusual case. I have pictures. Care to see Heartman's heart-shaped heart? No, you really should. It doesn't run in the family. You know, I never came to terms with their loss.
Heart
In the
actually
days
looks
that
like a heart.
followed, I became obsessed with an idea that the beach is real and they are on it. I would induce cardiac arrest 3 minutes at a time and search for them day after day after day.
Also, you could say goodbye.
Quite the opposite. It is said that everyone's beach is different. So what if everyone's afterlife is different too?
Har ikke trent hele uka. Dere har det bra?
I find the thought terrifying.
Har det veldig bra?
Spending eternity alone,
Kan vi snakke etter
which is
cutscenen?
why I decided to find my family and make sure to move on with them.
You mean die with them?
Would see us reunited. Yes. But the repeated cardiac arrests took their toll on my heart. The muscle gradually deformed. And after a while, they started calling me the beach scientist. Heartman. I'm glad we could have this conversation. Oh. A body that doesn't necrotize. No sign of decomposition. It's as if she were still alive. The perfect mummy. An impeccable corpse.
What's wrong?
Where's the other thing you were supposed to bring? Ah, found it. Behold.
Wait, dead man.
It appears to be an umbilical cord. Human by the looks of it, I think. But this was no ordinary conduit between fetus and placenta. It looks more like a BT's tether. And this was Mama's? Yes.
Okay.
A body that doesn't necrotize and an umbilical cord connected to the beach. These are remarkable discoveries, Sam. Enough to set my sore heart racing.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
I apologize if our conversation gets cut short.
5 minutes.
I must go back to the beach and look for my wife and child. One person, one beach. That's the rule. But I'm the exception. My beach is connected to others, as if it were the beneficiary of a coronary bypass. Maybe this twisted heart of mine made it possible. All I know is that I will find them. Even if my every visit raises new questions, I'll have my answers one day. One day.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
The battlefields. The endless wars you found yourself trapped in. Why do World War era soldiers wander the beach a century after they fell? Normally the souls of the dead move on. The beach is just a corridor, a place through which they pass on the way to the other side. But if regret, resentment, a fervent desire to remain, if these feelings are powerful enough, they may give rise to an altogether different beach, a collective purgatory for an army of the damned. Clifford Unger. His misery and hatred, combined with your BB acting as some sort of catalyst, have brought these battlefields to our world.
2 minutes to cardiac arrest. Please proceed to a safe location.
It's just a theory.
You think Higgs is pulling the strings? Pulling all their strings?
Ensure you are in a stable position.
I don't know. But evidence does suggest that Higgs brought them here.
Yeah.
1 minute remaining. Please hold on to something secure.
Oh, before I forget, I have a favor to ask.
Activating lab security measures.
Could you just relax until I come back? Time stops on the beach, but not in the scene. Rest assured, it'll only feel like 3 minutes to you. We'll continue this shortly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that was fast. Dead. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Har ikke trent hele uka. Har det vært mye å gjøre, Erlend? Dere har det bra? Ja, det er relativt bra. Det har vært en litt sånn daft dag i dag.
Ja, det var generelt litt sånn tøff uke.
Very tired week. A lot to grandma.
Ja, grandma's got an frontal lap dementia, I think it's called.
Yeah, it's evolved a little bit, so there's a lot of what should I call? There's a lot of new things to get a hold of.
Yeah. The dementia she has gotten is like the frontal lap you have here is the one that makes you filter what you say. So if you see a person that's ugly, you don't say that the person is ugly. But when you have that kind of dementia, you actually do.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard, but now we are getting a little bit more help. And that's great.
Yeah. And she was unfiltered in the way she spoke before, so this isn't really helping. And it's terrible to see which the state she is in. That she is aware of forgetting. It completely breaks my heart because she is the only, what should I say, person who's been there for me during my childhood and adult life, except for my friends.
She's practically
She's practically my oldest family. Yeah.
Oh, she's cute. But other than that, we are okay.
Yeah, we try to see the good in every day and do something for us each day.
How are you, Alan? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Er det stille på jobb i dag?
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Welcome back.
No luck. Visit 218,550. Oh, sorry. Where were we? I may be used to the 21-minute cycle, but for a first-time face-to-face meeting, there's just too much to cover in one go-around.
Can't be easy living like this.
Yes. And no. Now that I'm acclimated to it, it isn't especially, onerous. Defecation, pollution, nutrition.
Yeah.
Most of life's basic functions fit rather easily into a 21-minute time slot. Sleep is the tricky one. And intercourse, I suppose. Verbal or physical. Not that someone in my position has to worry much about either. Do you read, Sam? Listen to music. Watch films. You know, I keep busy. I have a collection of music, television shows, some very interesting short films, and stories. Everything consumable within a 21-minute window. All from before the Death Stranding, of course. But honestly, the 21 minutes I spend here, all downtime, nothing more. Time spent waiting to go back to the search. My body may be present, but my soul is on the beach. I'm already dead.
I know that feeling. Lost my family in an accident.
Well, I never expected you to open up to me.
Don't touch me.
As it happens, I've read about your circumstances. I lost my family in an accident, too. I was in the ICU having heart surgery, out of town, in the city. When it was clear that I was going to pull through, my wife took my daughter back to the house to collect some things for me. And then they were caught in the void outs. The city and the hospital were spared the worst, but the shockwave knocked out the power and my life support. I woke up on the beach.
Oh, there's a lot going on now.
The people who died in the two void outs were there.
But I'm curious, if void outs kill people,
Seems like it.
wouldn't they also create void outs? Since they
What
die?
happened? What's going on?
Okay.
I saw my wife and my daughter in the procession.
Hi,
Hey!
Brian.
It's me!
Hey, bitches. Hey, bitches. Hey, Ryan.
Where are you going? Wait! Don't leave without me! No! Don't go!
Okay, it's being pulled back to life.
Please, don't go! The ICU's backup generator kicked in, and I was brought back to life by the
Are we
defibrillator.
crackling? Is it bad?
Exactly 21 minutes after my heart had stopped. And that was the last time I saw my family.
Better now?
It's my damned heart's fault that we were torn apart. But it's also the reason I'll see them again someday. It defines me. I
Does that
am
help, Ryan?
Heartman.
Maybe it's because I have sound on the head on the.
Yeah, I think
Ever
you
since,
use the
I've walked the
headphones.
beaches of others. I follow my family's footsteps for a while, and when I get tired, I return here to continue my
Not
research.
better?
It's funny though. Even when my heart stops, the pain lingers. You have any family photographs, Sam? Pity.
5 minutes.
Oh,
Let me check.
You mind telling me what I'm doing here before you go back to the beach?
Oh, of course. There's a prepper-owned station in this area. Our scientists stationed there are researching material from before the Death Stranding.
What kind of material?
The Earth has a long memory. It's trying to tell a story, one that goes back to the very beginning, one that not even the Death Stranding could erase. The scientists are all colleagues of mine from the earlier expedition. I'd like you
Are
to
they better
bring
now,
them
Ryan?
onto the
Is it
Chiral
better now?
maybe I have to cut
Armory
some.
proposed we establish our research posts along this belt. Despite a worldwide search, this is the only area known to contain fossils from the late Cretaceous period, when the dinosaurs died out. The assumption being that the last ones lived here, and here alone. You see, hiding in the earth then are memories of a major mass extinction. Clues that could tell us how to survive our predicament. Certainly, that was Amelie's hope as part of the advanced team when she assigned our backup team here. The past informs the present and aids us in building the future. She was careful to impress that upon us before she went west.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
Shut up. I'm putting you on mute. Sometime later, we began to observe unusual activity in the tar belts outside Edgenot City. Vast quantities of tar began surfacing, spreading, consuming many of my colleagues, as well as a chiral way station.
Yeah, you and me both.
The whole incident defied explanation.
You think Higgs is to blame?
I don't know, but we needed that way station. It was essential to expanding the chiral network
That's 3 minutes.
westward.
Put him on mute.
That's why I'm asking you for your help in building a new one. It won't be much given the handful of equipment we've managed to scrape together. Nothing like the knot cities, that's for sure. But a knot is still a knot. Sam, I want you to use the Cupid to put the scientists on the network, then go to Amelie. Afterwards, we can get back to the important job of researching the deaths.
That's why his entire floor is made of.
A little bit faster.
Don't worry about him, Sam. The air mat floor absorbs the impact. I'll unlock the door for you.
What a fucking life. I love Guillermo.
Lord.
Okay.
But I have to go to the toilet first.
Sam,
Yeah.
you heard it.
Let's try
You
to
can
fix it.
grab the order at a
Let's try
delivery
and fix
terminal.
the sound error.
I'm sorry, folks, but this is still a little bit new to me. New as fuck. There should be available to use a free program called Voice Meter, but then it seems like there's an interference. Hello, Brian. How are you today? And everyone else in the chat, hello.
Hi.
You can
and
do this.
cheers.
Hi and cheers. What the fuck? Okay. Oh god, the child is speaking to me. I'm okay, I finished work for the week. Oh, that's nice. That's
Now you can use all your time to unlock characters in Super Smash Brothers. That will be amazing.
I'm gonna play some Smash. Fuck, I need to add you. I haven't been on the Switch for a while.
Our ultimate objective in this region is to build a replacement for a way station that was lost to
Hmm.
the tar. The first step is to put a shelter with our scientists on the Chiral network. Now, we don't know the first thing about Emily's status or what Higgs is up to. That's a concern for us as much as you. But we won't know more until we get to Edge Knot City. And that means connecting this region first. You should start with the geologist and the paleontologist. The latter's holding something for the Evo-Devo biologist, so I recommend you save her for last. That
Ugh.
way you can finish a delivery and link up the final
All the
site in one
traversing.
go. Once all three are on the grid, come back here. Then we can get to work on
So I
the
need to
replacement
geologist,
platform space station.
paleontologist, and evobiologist, and then go back up.
Mm.
For fucking sake. No, I have both now.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
A geologist of ours has been studying fossils as part of his research into prehistoric extinction events. He's been out there conducting excavations for a while now.
Can you hear much of the game speaking through the mic now?
No doubt the result of excessive exposure to chiralium during the dig. Until the site is properly decontaminated, his work
That's
can't
good.
proceed.
No, sounds fine. Okay, that's great.
So we
Let me
need
try
to
something.
bring him some chiralium scrubbing agents.
The stratum the team was investigating dates from the end of
You're
the
getting there, Kim.
How is it now?
The infamous mass
I'm just
extinction
trying.
which brought the reign of the dinosaurs to a close, leaving small mammals to inherit the earth. It's the most recent of the Big Five, and one of the largest mass extinctions the world has ever seen. In any event, our team found something truly remarkable.
But the game sounds the same. Oh, okay.
So the microphone doesn't take up the game sound. That's good.
If that is indeed what it is, then he has made a tremendous discovery. Therefore, Sam, it is essential that you deliver those chiralium scrubbing agents as soon as possible.
One more thing, Sam. For this run, you'll be transporting an antimatter bomb. Bridges' paleontologist working on a dig says he needs it. Apparently, the fossils he wants to study are buried deep beneath tar, and the only way he can get to them is by blowing it wide open. Now, hopefully, I don't need to tell you to be extra careful when handling high-yield explosives, but in case I do, make sure you keep that container in one piece, no matter what.
No fucking shit, Sherlock. I guess just confirm. Since
Yeah.
we just fabricated shit.
Sam, I'm sure you haven't forgotten, but you need to be extremely careful with that antimatter bomb, especially when transporting it by a carrier or vehicle. Any irregularities should trigger an alarm. Don't ignore it.
Okay. Oh lord.
Okay, head out. Here's for you.
Is it for me? I
It's
just want to drink a little bit.
okay. Sam.
So, Heartman told you all about the lake. How the attack that he created changed his life forever. Not only did he lose his family, he very nearly lost himself. For 21 minutes, he was in a state of cardiopulmonary arrest. Under normal circumstances, he would have died. Therapeutic hypothermia saved his life. But the 21 minutes he spent on the other side had a lasting effect on him. Perhaps due to the shock, his doom's abilities seem to have increased. And now he takes every opportunity to walk the beach in search of his family.
My apologies, Sam. You came all this way to visit me, yet I neglected to give you a proper farewell. Do be careful out there. As I mentioned before, this region is rich in memories of death, extinction. It should come as no surprise that VTs are sighted here more frequently. Perhaps you recall the models in my lab? Their designs were all based on eyewitness accounts. Though I suppose they must have struck you as strange, considering the many times you've come face to face with the real form.
How am I supposed? Okay.
Kind of. So do you like Smash so far, Brian? Any characters you're taking a liking to?
Nope. That's not the one.
So the bomb is down there.
Yes.
Sam Bridges. I was worried you might not get here in time.
Martin Sheik so far. Yeah.
Worry of late.
I really like
I've been
Sheik.
haunted by those visions you doom sufferers see. That end of day stuff. I put the nightmares down to fatigue. Possibility of chiral contamination never even occurred to me. It's just lucky we caught it before the suicidal stage. Dying's not an option. My research is nowhere near complete. It's not just my life you're saving here. It's my life's work. I started to wonder if I'd ever see these meds. I guess you really are good at what you do. Huh? Thank you.
You are welcome.
Yeah, but you're gonna start an S though.
Hmm.
Oh, yes. Right then. If you'd do the honors.
I'll skip that one too. Thank you.
There's so many fucking spots to go to.
I know. Hey.
Ooh. Level 2?
It's about freaking time.
You should totally make a zip line here.
No, no.
And just like that, I'm part of the UCA. With access to a treasure trove of historical research materials. Studying this fossil beach should be a good deal easier now. Assuming I can prove once and for all that that's what it is. Honestly, though, I'm just excited I can finally share these findings with everyone. Can you believe I found chiral deposits in strata dating back 65.5 million years? Evidence of an ancient death stranding.
Chiral matter has existed on Earth since long before the dawn of man. This strata is proof of that. Look at this, Sam. Do you see that black fissure there? We believe this is the source of the Chiralian readings. In the distant past, earthquakes caused frictional melting along fault lines, producing layers of what is known as pseudotaculite. We call these layers fossil earthquakes. Extending the principle, our fissure here is what one might term a fossil beach. The presence of Chiralian in this of all strata cannot be a mere coincidence. It strongly suggests that beaches must have appeared during the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event. And not just then. The chiral network has discovered in strata corresponding to other extinction events too. That would seem to indicate the Big Five and all other major extinctions were accompanied by the appearance of beaches. In expanding the chiral network, you've helped us glimpse a pattern in these scattered points of data. You've furthered our individual research projects and ensured that it is only a matter of time before we recover all we have lost and solve every mystery that remains. But this is only the beginning. See this through, Sam, and there's no telling what we might learn.
Okay.
Whatever you say, Heartman. What does that do? Improves the original comic. Is more compact form animals. Can be drawn into the ground. Create up to 30 meters. Yeah. And time
So it's longer?
No, it's not longer, but it's because timefall breaks them.
Oh.
So they just are. They last longer. They last longer.
Maybe level 3 and just build another one a little bit farther down. Later.
And there is a safe house over there.
What's your guys' plans for the weekend? Drinking? I actually hooked up my old Wii, which I have several party games on. And we're thinking perhaps some wine and a lot of Wii.
A lot of Wii.
With some wine, I mean a lot of wine and a lot of Wii. What are your plans, Brian? Are you gonna have a beer? Smoke Wii every day? Oh god. Wii! Yeah. I kinda love the old console. It had so many good games. And a lot of crappy ones. A lot of crappy ones,
Cuphead.
actually.
Cuphead. Yeah, completely into action games.
It's a cute game, though. And I'm looking around. You actually have Digimon World 4 for PlayStation 2. That's a great co-op game. I love that one.
Oh yeah. Wait, container damage 40%.
Mainly for the Switch. Okay. I usually watch a lot of beat 'em ups Woods. He has so many great Switch titles he recommends, and he also plays a lot of couch co-op with a friend from Australia. He's also from Australia, so they're trying to keep their relationship, friendship through the games. I think it's actually really great that they're playing that game together. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, it is. And he's such a great guy as well. I have talked a little bit to him. He is really sweet. Such a nice guy. He's called Beat 'em Ups on YouTube. He has so many Switch recommendations. I think he's played probably 80% of them. And he goes really in depth too. He usually has best of 10s and best new 10 eShop games playlists. I really recommend his channel. He has found many great games. A true game collector, you could say.
Yeah, he is.
And his girlfriend is so cute.
Kim?
Kim, yeah. And she's
You
so...
know it's in a name.
Yeah, oh god. So modest, honey.
Yes, I know.
Honey.
I have no idea what I'm doing now.
Sorry, didn't catch the name. Bear something?
Beat 'em ups.
Beat 'em ups. I can link him, actually. Beat 'em ups. I love his channel. Oh, thanks. No problem. And he's such a great guy. At least from what I my impression of him, and when I've spoken to him, he's really, really passionate about games. Passionate about games, and he seems like a really genuine person. And also he fights a lot for depression and anxiety. He has had a donation poll and he really hit through the roof on that one. I can't remember how much it was, but it was ridiculous. I really like that he's speaking for a lot of the problems many people face. You killed us.
I killed us both.
Yeah, you really should. You really should. He has many great videos, and a lot of the games I have never heard of them, but they seem really cool. That's one of the channels where Kim has played a lot of retro games. He covers so many games. Some very known, some very hidden gems like titles. And he has a fun personality. If you're feeling down, just watch his fucking video and you will be smiling.
This place is so annoying. It takes forever to walk.
He has great hair too. Yeah, I know. I can't believe I used to have long hair like him. Kinda makes me miss it when I see him. Better hair than me, says Brian. Your hair is magnificent, honey. Calm down. Calm your tits, babe. You're like a hair commercial.
Vela.
Vela.
Beautiful hair needs an expert.
My hair is like my only good future. People have stopped me on the street. Brian, you have many good future. You're very handsome. You're tall as fuck. You're Irish. I say no more.
Oh God.
Gotto.
This place is so annoying. Antimatter bomb. Bleh. Bleh.
Thanks to you, we can finally move ahead with the dig. I swear.
Blah,
it's
blah.
bad enough without having to worry about getting asphyxiated. But hey, what am I worried about? If you're hauling cargo this dangerous, you must know what you're doing.
That's the bomb. Bomb.
You can set up the chiral network while I work.
Skip that. All on the floor. Skip that. Give me some more. Skip that. Tell you this all. Skip that. Finally.
Finally what?
Oxygen mask.
Ah, for the gas places.
Anyway, as it turns out, Sam Bridges, I have a favor to ask.
Of course you do. The 200 million year old ammonite.
Ammonite, which looks, he says, almost as if it were still alive. He apparently stumbled across it in a boulder field, which had previously been hidden beneath a glacier, but that's not the half of it. The man claims this ammonite has an umbilical cord. An umbilical cord. Calling me skeptical, but
That's
specimen
disgusting.
merits study.
such delicate work to an amateur. So I asked him to carve out the whole surrounding chunk of rock and bring it here to me. Naturally, I wanted to compare it with contemporary specimens in the vicinity, which is why I had him excavate a number of those in addition to the one he told me about. But what does a dumb fuck go and do? He loses the whole shipment. Didn't even have the good sense to mark which container had the ammonite with the umbilical cord. The cargo was supposedly lost in the area to the southwest, where toxic gases have a tendency to build up. Old Mr. Reliable claims his cargo scanner is broken, and there's no way he can recover the shipment. But you could track it down. To protect you against the fumes, I'll provide you with an oxygen mask. Just to be safe. You can pick it up when you accept the order.
That fossil could represent an epochal discovery. While there are examples of viviparous fish, an ammonite with an umbilical cord is unheard of. And if it is indeed 200 million years old, it would also correspond with the end Triassic extinction, another one of the big five. Could the umbilical cord be connected to the beach? We must recover that cargo at all costs. It could provide a vital clue to the mechanisms underpinning the Death Stranding. We're so close. So very, very close to grasping the true nature of the phenomenon. Hurry, Sam. We cannot risk that ammonite being lost.
Okay, that's kind of exciting.
It is. So you can fabricate equipment now, and also not a brush.
Brush?
No. Shear locker. Claim cargo. Is there anything here? Only a shotgun. No. Nothing, I guess.
Hmm.
Oh God. Well, let's do this.
Let's do this.
An oxygen mask, huh? Good idea. It'll filtrate the air and keep you breathing normally. In addition to protecting you from toxic gases, it'll also help to reduce fatigue from strenuous activity, making it easier to keep your balance. If it didn't have a limited battery life, I'd tell you to keep it on the whole time. But it does, so don't.
The humor.
Men det har han ikke, så nei.
Replay briefing. Okay.
Please don't.
I have that one, and also 4 PCCs, and then I think since I'm here, I will use the speed skeleton, and I have that on me. I do, and I will make this one.
Ah, that's one of the other dinosaur machines from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh yeah,
that's cool. Shit, he gets so much faster.
Oh yeah.
Is this level 3?
No, level 2.
Level 2.
So now it lasts longer, and I can also carry more weight.
With the speed one?
Yeah.
Ah, that's nice.
Skip that part.
You found it. Let me see. I have to see it. Oh my.
Yes.
It really is
Yeah,
immaculately
these
preserved.
two.
Uncannily even.
Yeah, I remember he said he loved the way nature or something, or was it moss? Looked in Horizon. And Horizon is a beautiful game. I really liked it.
Thanks for bringing in that lost shipment, Sam. And yes, it did indeed include an ammonite with a bona fide umbilical cord attached. I've already sent some images and a preliminary analysis to Heartman via the network. Interestingly, it seems the surrounding strata contain traces of tar, which lines up with one of his theories. Anyway, I know you only just brought this ammonite here, but I'd like you to deliver it to a colleague of mine, an Evo-Devo biologist. Lately, she's taken an interest in the tar, and I think she'd be eager to examine this particular specimen.
This particular specimen.
And he got a friend with
That's to your credit. studying how the tar may have influenced the development of various organisms. Accordingly, I would ask that you also recover the tar collectors deployed near her shelter and deliver them along with the Aranite. It would be too dangerous for her to attempt to retrieve them herself, which is why we must impose upon you. By aiding her research, we may yet inch closer to unraveling the secrets of the Death Stranding. We've already made so much progress with the data recovered by the network. With your continued help, I know we can accomplish even more.
Cool.